Okay, hi everybody. Welcome to our awesome, we hope it's awesome, class on using non-toxic cleaners. So we're calling this one our healthy home. And this is part of our 30-minute virtual class series. We started with essential oils and emotions. We then did essential oils and hormones. Tonight is essential oils for the healthy home and what we're using. And then next week, we're going to have essential oils for little ones. The following week, Winding Red is essential. And then finally, we're going to end off with Young Living's biggest secret. The secret is out, we say, which is about essential rewards, which is our loyalty program. So that is our 30-minute virtual class series. And tonight, you're watching our third one. So yay, healthy home. This is all about detoxifying your cleaning supplies. So that's what we're talking about tonight. And a class overview.
So tonight we're going to focus on a little recap on what essential oils are. We'll have a brief introduction, how they work, and specifically we're going to dive into what we can do to detox our home, what that even means, what the toxins are that exist out there, what to look for. And then we'll really take you step by step, room by room, give you applicable recipes, and of course do a recap, and there'll be a follow-up email with all the details for you, because we realize 30 minutes can be quick.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so who we are, I'm Jade Elmaleh, and Lorianne will introduce herself in a second. And basically the reason that we wanted to share everything tonight is because chemicals are in our cleaning products and some of the most toxic and harmful things to the body. So this class was designed to empower each of you with the knowledge to live a more chemical-free lifestyle and learn all about the amazing benefits of Thieves products. So we're super passionate about sharing this insight with you, and we want to just thank you for being on this wellness journey with us. Lorianne, do you want to add anything?
No, I think that you covered it, and we'll dive right in because we do have a lot to share.
We do, perfect. Okay, so what are essential oils? There's always some newbies, and I always like to cover this. It's super important. So they are the lifeblood of a plant. They basically are there to protect and strengthen a plant. They come from either the roots, leaves, barks, or seeds, and that's where they are extracted using low heat, steam distillation, or resin tapping. Each essential oil is absolutely unique. It's a volatile fluid. It's adaptogenic, antiviral, antifungal, antiseptic, and antibacterial. And essential oils are tiny in size. This is what makes them so unique. So they have 40 million trillion molecules in just one drop of an essential oil. So they're extremely concentrated. They can cross the blood to brain barrier, so important. And they are 70 times stronger than herbs. So then, go ahead, Lorianne, sorry.
Oh, no, you're okay. So as she said, they are very, very small. And so that's what makes them so quick and efficient in helping us in healing. So 22 seconds, molecules reach the brain. So aromatically, when we're smelling it, when we're cleaning with it, we're also inhaling it. 2 minutes, they are found in the bloodstream. So when we're walking on it, when we're cleaning our floors, we'll talk about that. 20 minutes, they affect every cell in the body. And we've already covered they're mighty. Though they be small, they be mighty.
Awesome. Okay, so there's 3 methods of use with essential oils. There are 3 different schools of thought on how we can use essential oils. There's actually the German method, English method, and French method. And we follow the French method, which states that we can use essential oils in 3 ways. So those are going to be aromatically, which is the most basic and simple way, but they absolutely do work. And that's going to be using a diffuser, or just making an aromadome, which would be putting the essential oil in your hands, doing this and breathing in. Then the other way is topically. This is using it on our skin. So there's 2 ways to do that. One is direct or neat from the bottle. That would be something like, let's say, Panaway, which is for pain if you really had a cramp in your leg, or you would make a roller bottle. And the roller bottle is going to have essential oils, and then it's going to have a carrier oil in that as well. Carrier oils are most of the oils you would find in your kitchen, like coconut oil, but in this case, fractionated coconut oil, fancy way for saying in a liquid state all the time, MCT oil, or grapeseed oil, avocado oil, olive oil. And that's going to be put into that roller bottle, and then we can put it on our skin. And then the final way is internal. An internal use, we would then put it into food or water. So a nice way for us to get to remember to drink our water, just make sure you're putting it in stainless steel or glass. And the other way is flavoring food like peppermint brownies, which are super yummy, but we can absolutely replace them with some of the spices that we have or herbs at home as well. Okay, so why Young Living? Because of course there are so many other brands out there, and the reason why Young Living is because they go beyond organic. So what does that mean? It means that their cultivation processes have been around for over 25 years. So they have this experience, and they believe in having positive energy both on the farms and in every single facet of what they're doing. So harvesting and distillation practices, they absolutely distill at the correct time. They use slow, low heat, and it's one-time distillation only. So they're 100% pure. That basically means it is going to be the strongest, most potent thing that you can get in that essential oil bottle. So we do not use any synthetics. There's no chemicals in our essential oils, and there's no fillers. So there's nothing is diluted. And they use what they call a seed to seal promise, not use, but they practice a seed to seal promise, which means that Young Living is the only company that actually owns their own they have an open door policy. They're really transparent, so you can actually visit any one of these farms, and they are extensive in-house, they do extensive in-house testing and external testing. So they say that each essential oil goes through about 16 different tests to make sure that it is the exact right thing that it should be, that you are getting in that bottle.
So why we're all here tonight is to learn about what are these toxins and why don't we want them, and how do we even know what they are? Because so often, and I know that I made this mistake very naively, optimistically, thinking that when I went to the grocery store, I guess I was misconceiving the greenwashing, right? And the cutesy marketing to think that it's germ-free, it'll be safe, it's eco-friendly, but really still hidden within that were danger and risks as far as these chemicals are concerned, which we'll get into. Some of the, we talked about hormones in one of our previous classes, and the effects that these toxins have directly can impact the hormones. And what hormones affect a lot. So we'll get into a lot of that tonight. Indoor air quality is 5 to 7 times more toxic than outdoor air quality, and primarily because of the cleaners we're using in our houses, especially right now when, I don't know about you, but I'm in my house like 98% of the time the last 3 months. It's definitely even more of a concern as we are in our homes most of the time, and our families. So what's bioaccumulation? So the EPA will actually state that a certain small trace amount of chemical is okay, because you're not going to see the benefits or the effects right then. It's not going to test in you to have a dramatic negative repercussion. However, when you start to think about all the things you use in your home that goes on your skin or that you're inhaling, and the cumulative effect of all that trace amount, if you were to add it up like salt in a bottle, it's going to have a significant impact. And that's called body burden, which is very self-explanatory. And then it just shares with you a little bit of this can affect the womb, infancy, puberty, but also just all of us as humans. But Jade will share with us a little bit about what to do about that.
Okay, so, and I wanted to mention greenwashing, because a lot of people don't know what that term means.
Go ahead, thank you.
Greenwashing is taking something like a shampoo and having a woman running in the fields, and it's got a white label and it looks clean, and they can use words like natural, but actually that product has been what we call greenwashed, meaning it's made to look like it's clean. So what can we do differently? So first things first, take a deep breath. So first, it may seem impossible to have a chemical-free home, but don't be overwhelmed. So there's a few simple, practical changes that can make a huge impact on your home. You don't need to replace every single product in your home tomorrow. I will say that I've seen people do things 2 ways. Some collect all their stuff that they learn are toxic and they just dump it in the trash and just replace it right away. Others go room by room. So we will help you to show you how you can actually go room by room, and really transitioning to a healthy plant-based home is a lifestyle journey, and you can make changes over time. Okay, so here's what we can do, changing things up. So step one is becoming aware. This is kind of like addiction as well, right? Step one is just to admit and acknowledge. So with this, it's becoming aware. So understand that there are chemicals found in many household products that can be harmful to your health. You are already becoming aware of harmful chemicals, by taking this class. So another thing that you can do, by the way, is use these two apps, and they're free. One is called Think Dirty, and you can go around to all your products and actually scan them. It's free. So any product that you don't know, you can just download this app called Think Dirty. The other thing you can do is get the website is called the EWG.org. That's the Environmentally Working Group. These people are looking out for your best interests. And so if there is, let's say, a body gel that you want to try for your kids that's at Target, but you have no idea if that's actually clean or not, you can look it up, and they're going to give it a rating and show you which things are actually toxic within that product. Or hopefully it's in the green zone and it's fully clean. All right, so the next step is focusing on avoiding chemicals you can control, like the products that you choose to have in your home. We like to say that we are the gatekeepers for what we allow in our home. Step 3 is educating yourself on ingredients and chemicals that you should avoid. So this is definitely, it takes some time, and you don't need to learn all of them, but I'm sure a lot of you are seeing on a lot of products that they're saying things like no SLS, no parabens, no phthalates. All of these things you start to learn what to look for. Step 4 is taking action. Start by replacing the products that you use most frequently. Example, your all-purpose cleaner, hand soap. Focus on replacing those products used on those that are most susceptible, like children or people that already have a compromised immune system. Okay?
So Jade mentioned some of these, and we can share more details on them if you're interested post-class and emails, but I'm not going to read them all. You can visually see them. You probably maybe recognize them from labels. But there's 12 of them, and they're the dirty dozen, not to be confused with the dirty dozen of organic and non-organic, what to buy for fruits and vegetables, but equally important, I think. So we talked about the effects on hormones and the endocrine system. First of all, there's endocrine disruptors, and it's defined here for you quite simply. It will affect and impact developmental, reproductive, neurological, and your immunities for humans and in wildlife, so animals too. And yeah, you can look through here, pretty much everything hormones affect, and you don't want them tampered with in a negative manner.
Okay, awesome. And I want to just say one other little important note is perfume, or parfum, is one of the ones that is in so many products. And here's the scary thing about that. That is a code word for a red flag when it comes to toxins, because the way that it works is actually, from years ago, what companies would do is they would throw in a whole bunch of toxins, and then they would label it and say, oh, well, it's our secret recipe. So they would just put all those toxins and hide it under the term perfume. So perfume is not a thing. It's not an ingredient. It means let's just throw all the rubbish into that title. So anytime you see anything with perfume or parfum, you just need to know that that is an absolute red flag code word. So what we love about using essential oils is that you're going to get natural, beautiful scents that come from nature. So there's no synthetics again. Okay, so why Young Living Thieves products? So they're really trustworthy, of course. So Young Living has a wide selection of safe, naturally derived plant-based products for the entire home. We have everything from hand soap to laundry detergent. And you can feel confident knowing that we don't use any harsh chemicals, and the entire line is infused with the powerful Thieves essential oil blend that we'll talk about in a little bit. You'll feel empowered knowing that the Thieves line is pure enough for your family and still strong enough for your everyday life. Here's the story behind Thieves. So why is Thieves essential oil called Thieves? And I have that little guy over here. So It was based upon the story during the 16th century. There was the Black Plague, or the bubonic era, or bubonic plague, as you guys most know about. And there was a group of thieves that were stealing clothing and jewelry from dead or dying bodies. And they were not getting sick. They weren't contracting this illness. So it was during the time of the feudal system, and the king heard about them. And the king said, order these men. I want to capture them and find out what they are doing to survive, because the most important thing is us surviving. Kind of feels like what we're dealing with today in these times. But anyway, so they captured these group of thieves, and they basically said, you will be punished, but you won't be sentenced to death, because in those times, if you were caught stealing, you were sentenced to death. So just share with us what you're doing. And they said, well, we come from a long line of spice merchants or apothecaries, and we know that when we blend the following 5 things, which happen to be rosemary, clove, cinnamon, lemon, and eucalyptus. And in those times, it's pestle and mortar and rubbing it on their bodies and using a balaclava. So we know that when we use this blend of things, we are not contracting disease or illness. So it, again, back then, nothing was really scientifically checked or, proven. So they just followed suit, and they actually survived. And so if it sounds like, oh, what a cute fairy tale, it's not. You can look it up. It's a town. There's a town in France and in England, and it's Buckleberry, and that's where this happened, and everyone basically survived was due to this. So then we have Gary Young, who learns about this, knows about it, and he actually developed a proprietary blend. And this is so important, because a lot of people will think to themselves, oh, okay, well, I know that to prevent sickness or germs or bacteria or viruses, I can just go to a grocery store and buy lemon, clove, cinnamon, eucalyptus, and rosemary, and I'll just make my own blend. I don't advise that. One, we don't know what you're buying, okay? We don't know if it's synthetic. We don't know if it's full of chemicals. We don't know if it's diluted. And 2, you don't know the exact correct ratios. So this has been very much studied, and a proprietary blend was created called the Thieves essential oil. So it is a blend, and Young Living is the only company. We actually have a trademark on the name Thieves. All right, so everything you need to know about Thieves. It's a popular essential oil blend, and I just explained that it's proprietary, and it's a combination of cinnamon bark, lemon, rosemary, eucalyptus, and clove. It has a warm, spicy aroma. A lot of people say it reminds them of fall or autumn or Christmas. And you can diffuse it, absolutely. One of my favorite ways to use this is if anyone is coming over, and I know these are interesting times, but if and when my kids had play dates, I would be diffusing Thieves a lot, because it's going to actually kill and destroy 99.9% of airborne germs and bacteria as well. So you would diffuse it for that purpose. You can apply Thieves to the bottom of your feet to refresh yourself after vigorous activity, like cleaning the whole house. And you can add a few drops to your dishwasher, or to eliminate odors and to boost cleaning and uplift spirits. It's even safe to ingest it, and it's a vitality essential oil, but that's a whole other topic. So vitality just very quickly means the stuff that we can ingest. And when we do that, we are usually making a Thieves tea. This is something my husband and I, is actually sitting next to me, make nightly, and it's just got about a tablespoon of honey, 1 drop of Thieves essential oil, 2 drops of lemon essential oil. Stir that up and just drink that. It's delicious, and it's safe for children over 1 year old. You just want to do half, and then the other half with water. So you're basically diluting 1 part Thieves tea, 1 part water, just to dilute it more for them. All right. So go ahead, Lorianne.
Okay, so we also have, as you know, because many of you may already have the oils in your homes, ones that we can use to add and enhance and add an extra boost to the cleaners that we'll talk about tonight. So you have lemon, pine, purification, tea tree, and thieves is the lineup. As we go through the class tonight, we're going to be sharing how you can specifically add these into different recipes for different uses in different rooms. So we're going to make it as easy as we can. Oh, sorry, it took 2 at once. There we go. So literally, you know, as we were talking about how to get started and like, where do I start with all this? Well, replace something that you use the most, right? A lot of birds, one stone type of a analogy. This is the Thieves cleaner. It is concentrated, so you might think it looks a little bit small compared to something you may have bought in the past. It's actually, you literally need 1 cupful, and on the next slide, I'll share with you the ratio of dilution per 1 cup or 3 cups, depending on of water, depending on how tough the job is or how much grease and oomph you need. As Jade already spoke to, it is safe on everything and for everybody. So it's versatile. You can clean, we clean our leather sofas with it. I clean my floors, tile and wood, granite countertops. It's safe. It won't hurt the granite. And really even spraying it on my dog's bed to freshen it up because it tends to stink. It's offensive sometimes. And it's vegan, which I love. Oh yeah.
Oh, sorry, I wanted to also mention that, so what I love the most about the Thieves cleaner, by the way, is that you can clean a kid's high chair and it's not toxic. So they can touch the high chair, touch their face. They're not going to have, you know, chemical burns from using, say, Clorox to clean their stuff and their toys. And something that is my favorite thing about the Thieves cleaner is that with the pets, like with your pets, when you clean the floor and your animal walks on it, they're actually absorbing, and your babies who might be crawlers or little toddlers with their bare feet, they're actually absorbing this product through their paws, and it's completely safe and non-toxic, because you know that you've seen your pets licking their paws. So just think, if you've just cleaned your floor with something toxic, they're ingesting that. So this is a safer alternative for both kids and you know, pets. Sorry, carry on, Lorianne.
Oh, absolutely. I welcome it. Exactly that. As she says, I keep these spray bottles. You can actually, Young Living has them already like this size, but I love using the glass bottle, and I can refill it with this and keep it in my purse, or I keep it like Jade's point. I spray my kid's toy if it's fallen on the ground and I'm out and about, which isn't out and about so often these days, but still, or around the house. So the dilution ratio is pretty self-explanatory here, but the moral of the story is that it's great that you have the ability to strengthen it, to change it up depending on what your need is, and or what you're in the mood for, as we get into different mixing the other essential oil scents in for you. Okay, so here's one of the essential oil in the lineup of boosters. It is pine essential oil. So we've all smelt pine. It's very woodsy and fresh and an empowering aroma. It also can be substitute for tea tree, which I'll share with you. And tea tree is best if you have a pet around. I'll get to that. But here it's very versatile. So you can add it into the Thieves cleaner. So say you've made a spray bottle. Jade has the large spray bottle there, which is the type that I normally use. I happened to break mine recently, so I'm gonna get a new one. And in the interim, this size, but you can clean your floors. And you can also clean wood furniture. So instead of pine sol or like that oily, different chemical filled one, you can, we've replaced that and swapped it with this, and it's better. And then carpet. We don't have carpet, but many do, or even like throw rugs. You can use the pine essential oil to add that boost into the spray after you vacuumed. So here's another tip and trick, but substituting again tea tree oil into it. This is really good, as I mentioned, for pets. We live on a ranch. There's fleas, there's ticks, there's all the things. What's so nice to know is that I can use an essential oil to rid of those pests. And also it smells great. He smells better than just being in dirt out on the farm running and chasing bunnies.
Okay, so this is, oils and cleaning products for the kitchen. So we say, what's cooking? Ditching and switching in our kitchen. So we have the Thieves dish soap, which is really lovely. It actually will break up your food and kind of do its job. I've actually seen a lot of people put a plug into their sink, pour a little bit of this, add like hot water and make it bubbly, and then they just throw in dirty dishes and let it sit in there. And usually you just need a brush to kind of scrub whatever's left off and rinse it with water, you're done. But we have this dish soap, which cleans with the power of pure essential oils, leaving dishes sparkling clean. Sounds like we're doing an ad. With no residue. It's enhanced with jade, lemon, and bergamot. It has a fresh citrus scent that makes daily chores a little brighter, with no sulfates, phosphates, dyes, or perfumes. It's gentle on your skin and it won't over dry your hands. I don't know if you guys have noticed, if you're using you know, other toxic dish soaps that your hands really feel awful after you've been washing the dishes. Okay, then we have the Thieves Automatic Dishwasher Powder. I actually don't have this at the moment, so I couldn't show it to you, but it's made with a blend of cleaning agents and enzymes. Together, they combine the essential oil purity of Thieves, orange, and lemongrass with the powerful cleaning properties of natural soap producing botanicals. So dishes come out clean and are free of food particles and chemical tastes. And then finally, we have the Thieves. We have a veggie soak and we have a spray. And these ones will really help to rid your, actually, Lorianne, you're going to talk about that slide shortly, right? So safely and effectively washes your produce with the cleansing power of Thieves. Essential oil blend has lime in it and other naturally derived ingredients. Okay, so the Thieves dishwasher powder, you can actually use this in toilets, bathtubs, sinks, ovens, or washing machines. This is what I love about our products, that they are really versatile and can be used oftentimes for more than just what it says that it's made for. So you can use half a tablespoon for regular laundry loads, or with soft water, you would use 1 tablespoon for dirty loads with hard water. So sprinkle some in the toilet, spray some Thieves household cleaner, and scrub it after letting that sit for a few minutes. Then you can also mix 1/3 cup of detergent with 1 cupful of Thieves household cleaner and mix it until it forms into a paste for scrubbing tubs or towel. Remember to send us your email address and we'll send you some of these images so that you can save these and use it and try it home.
So this is what Jade was showing you. There is the soak, which comes in the larger bottle, which I love, and it lasts a long time. And then there's the spray, which is great for on the go. So one of the things, you know, there is the dirty dozen I talked about before with the chemicals. There's also the dirty dozen with the fruits and vegetables that you want to maybe avoid. If you can't buy all organic, at least focus on. So that's what we do. But still, even when you're buying organic, especially right now when we're going to the grocery store, maybe still in masks and in our hands, like I can't help to think, like when I brought that into my house, what's on it. And so what gives me so much assurance is I soak my veggies when I get them home from the grocery store in the sink. As you see here with the veggie soak, I'll scrub it like my sweet potatoes or something, because those just have dirt on them from the earth. I don't necessarily want to eat it though. And this helps rid that of it. And the spray, I keep it, like if we go on a hike, I actually take it with me because I have 3 children under 8 and they drop things on the floor. And where I'm at, I like to spray it before they want to re-eat it. It just gives me that reassurance that they're healthy and safe. Jade, do you want to add anything to that? Because I know you love this too.
I do. I love this. Thanks. Did it look like I wanted to add something? So a real interesting thing is that both of those products actually have Digize essential oil in it. And for those of you who already use our oils, know that Digize is for digestion. And what Digize, the way that we're all using the Digize essential oil is if we eat something that didn't sit well and we feel bloated, uncomfortable, things are not moving, you're not digesting, even for constipation or for diarrhea. So we all know you can actually make a roller and go anti-clockwise for diarrhea, and you would go clockwise for constipation. So you actually go in the direction you're wanting a bowel movement to occur. But interestingly, they actually did some testing on Digize and found that glyphosate, which is a huge problem in our soil in so many things, to try and get rid of that, Digize actually eats away, it digests that pesticide and that chemical, which is pretty fascinating. So they're putting this into the fruit and veggie soak so that it can actually break down, even if your fruit was non-organic, which I don't recommend because of course it's going to be sprayed with pesticides, but just so you know that it can actually break down some of those chemicals too. That's all I wanted to share. All right, the laundry detergent. Don't know why I didn't bring mine in here, probably because it's always sitting in my laundry room. So it can be used in all washes, including high efficiency ones. It's highly concentrated and it will handle approximately 64 loads with just 32 fluid ounces. So a lot of people think when they're changing to non-toxic products, for example, the Thieves cleaner right here is $22 and this is 14 ounces, but this makes however many it makes of these, 16 of these 16-ounce bottles, because you're only putting one cap full and you're filling the rest with water. So when you think about it, it's actually less than $1 for one of these spray size bottles. So we just have the mindset at the moment of, you know, bigger or cheaper is better. We start thinking Costco comparisons of like a $4.09 that you can get for $8, but that stuff is already pre-diluted and it is full of chemicals. So what you're doing is just not really helpful, but truly it's not a very expensive thing to switch over. Same with the laundry detergent. It's $30 for, you know, that bottle that's 32 ounces. You are using so little and it is absolutely safe to use. We said it's tough for stains and it's gentle enough for babies. A lot of people think that they need to buy a different laundry detergent for babies because they don't want them to have the chemicals and stuff. Good thinking, but I mean, what about us adults? We want it across the board. So this is safe enough, the laundry detergent, for babies through all the ages, skin sensitivities, and of course, it doesn't have SLS's dyes, petrochemicals, formaldehyde, phosphates, and synthetic perfumes. Okay, we're going to stay in the laundry room, and the Thieves laundry detergent, we would follow the instructions on the garments label. You'd add clothes, start your machine, and add the proper amount of soap for your load size. We usually use half a capful for conventional washes, and we use a quarter cap for high efficiency washes. Use more as needed for large or heavily soiled loads. Hand washing clothing and other items, what you could do is just immerse them into a solution of lukewarm water and add a little Thieves laundry soap. Swish it for 3 to 5 minutes, drain the soapy water, rinse them until water runs clear, and then gently squeeze out the excess water without wringing. Hang it on a drying rack or lay it on a surface to dry. You can absolutely add 1 or 2 drops of purification essential oil to your capful of detergent to give your wash an added great smelling boost. And then we have another tip and trick and a recipe for you. We call this our SOS Refresher Spritz. So you can create your own air freshener by mixing the following in a glass spritzer bottle. So it would be 12 ounces as an example. 5 drops of purification essential oil, 2 to 3 drops of your favorite other essential oil. I recommend lemon. And then you can add a cup of distilled water. You would spray it anywhere that you want to remove offensive smells, like your bedrooms, your linens, bathrooms, and kitchens. And you can substitute tea tree oil for purification if you want to. And again, tea tree is going to get rid of pests and little, you know, fleas, ticks, anything else if you have animals. Okay, this tip I love. We actually just added this one into our presentation today because I thought of it and I wanted to share it with you guys. This is my mattress refresher recipe that I've learned. So this is so nice to do every now and again. I would say every once a month on your mattresses. You would strip your beds, and before putting on any linens, you just want to take a cup of baking soda. I usually mix mine up in a ceramic bowl, stainless steel bowl, glass bowl. You can add about 5 drops of purification. Sometimes I'll add lavender just for sleep, but purification really feels like it cleans. With my kids' ones, I'm going to use lavender just because it smells so nice. You mix it gently with a fork, transfer it to a mason jar. I have seen some people puncture some holes on the mason jar and they sprinkle it that way. I don't bother. I just sprinkle it out, just like loosely throw it, and then leave it there for about an hour, and then you vacuum that all up. Your mattress will smell amazing, and it will, I do believe it kills any potential bed bugs or anything else. Of course, remember, if you have a little one who had an accident and peed on their mattress, this is fantastic to do. And you can also leave it out if you can, schlep the mattress outside in the sun. That's always very helpful as well. So you can do this and leave it outside and then vacuum it up and bring it in. Okay, and then one of the most toxic things in our homes are dryer sheets. So the reason they're so toxic is they are loaded with smells. So it's got synthetic chemical stuff that is being put onto these dryer sheets to try and get your clothes to smell better. So instead of doing that, we recommend using wool dryer balls, and you can find these like eco-friendly wool dryer balls online or at a grocery shop. I've seen Trader Joe's sell them for $5 for a bag of 4. And what we do instead is we actually put our essential oils onto the balls. So what you'd want to do is take 2 dryer wool balls, and my favorite essential oil choice is actually lemongrass. It's my husband's favorite smell. So we'll put like 2 drops in one bowl, 2 drops on the other, and you can actually bang them together a little bit. Throw that into your dryer and you're good to go. Lavender essential oil for babies is so nice, and some alternatives are going to be citrus fresh or even lemon.
Oh, so the bathroom, one of my favorites and most busy rooms with 3 children, and I do shower myself. But so we have the Thieves cleansing bar soap and the Thieves hand soap. This one actually, it's great. It's foaming. It's a pump. So for children, it's wonderful because rather than being kind of very smooth and sleek and falling off their hands before they've even had a chance to scrub or let alone go in between their fingers, this soap will actually foam and stay on their hands and get in all the places, and it's kind of fun for them. So it encourages use. Right now, it actually happens to be out of stock. So I have a Thieves bar that I keep there. And I also have 2 of the other hand soaps as backups. The Luscious Lemon, which is new, and it smells so yummy. And it also is antibacterial. And then the lavender one. And then you could also use this bar soap. My husband loves to use it in the shower. He just loves the smell. And so it's very versatile like that. And it leaves, again, like we've talked about with these soaps and the products, it doesn't dry you from overwashing, especially these days when that tends to be a hobby of most. Okay, so the toilet scrub, one of our added ones recently to the presentation, because it is so effective and easy. You're going to mix all of these ingredients in a bowl. So a half a cup of baking soda, a half a cup of Castile soap. You can get that at Trader Joe's or a grocer or order it online. A squirt or 2 of the Thieves dish soap. So you can see these things are all interchangeable. A capful of the Thieves household cleaner, a cup of water, and 10 drops of a lemon essential oil, and then also the Thieves essential oil, or a different one of your choice. You could use purification if you want, again, offensive smells to be gone, and that's more of a flavor or a scent you like. Once it's all mixed up, you're just going to put it in a 12-ounce dispenser. This is important because of the baking soda. It's thicker, and so you want to make sure it's not like a spray bottle like what Jade has there of the Thieves. It'll get clogged. But if you use, say, the Thieves dish soap squirt bottle, or another bottle that has a cap, almost like a water squirt bottle, that is more open, it'll come out easier. And just remember to shake it before use and then scrub it. And so no more bleach, no more of the Mr. Clean toilet bowl chemical dude. Okay, so lemon, toilet spritz. So here's another use for the lemon essential oil in the toilet. Now this is more of like, I don't know if you know, like poopery or, kind of a fragrance. Those are so toxic, those aerosol spray cans. Talk about probably a lot of the dirty dozen in them. Instead, you can actually, before you use the restroom, you can spray it on the toilet or in the room, and then you'll thank us later. And so will maybe your significant others, your children. But there you go. Okay, we're not done in the bathroom. We couldn't leave the bathroom without talking about a little bit more of the Thieves products. So you have the toothpaste, which is amazing. My oldest, my 8-year-old, likes it. My others are young and they use the kids line. And there's also a white need one that adds orange oil in it. Again, it's giving me immunities when I'm using it and my kids. So I feel like it's just that added boost wherever I can get it. There's also the dental floss. What's so important about all of these is that they lack all of the chemicals from the dirty dozen, right? The synthetics, the nylon, plastic, Teflon, like it lacks that, but it's still effective. It's thick. My husband's like the most picky dental floss person in the world, legitimately. And he actually likes it. It doesn't fray. If your teeth are tight, it'll go in between it just fine. And again, it's really good for your gums. So if you have gum problems, like I'll get cuts and things, or my kids will, it helps them. Doesn't bother them. And then the mouthwash. So most mouthwash has alcohol. This, I will say, it is very strong in flavor. So it's not going to taste like something different, but at the same time, it's so good for you that it has stevia. So it's not harsh or strong. It's good and uplifting, and definitely you can taste the essential oils in it. Jade, is there anything, I know the colloidal silver is a big point. that you
Yeah,
like to
the
share?
colloidal silver is amazing. And I think there's lots of people have actually told me that when they're stressed, they get ulcers in their mouth. Or sometimes if we eat too much sugar, we actually get those little,
Canker
mouth
sores,
ulcers. Yes.
right? Yeah.
And so canker sores, thank you. And so if you rinse with this Thieves mouthwash, it will help to just clear that out. So it really keeps it's just overall oral health will stay, pretty up there and be much more helpful than having, say, these ones that are alcohol based. I also feel much better knowing that I'm using this for my kids. I know I've heard of like alcoholics turning to their mouthwash if they've run out of alcohol. So that kind of freaks me out. At least I know that if my kid's gonna somehow ingest some of this, it's safe. They're getting amazing colloidal silver.
Such a good
So yeah.
point. Jade's on the
Okay.
move.
Yeah, germs on the move. So germs, who? Nope, not here. Thieves spray and Thieves waterless hand purifier. So I have both of these in my purse, and again, silly me, I forgot to grab them. But anyway, this is what they look like, is our image there. So these are on-the-go cleaners that are perfect for when you're running errands, traveling, or are away from home. I've packed these in my purse since I've had them, with little ones and also just taking flights and anything else. Right now, that Thieves spray is phenomenal for shopping carts, but I did want to show you an alternative that I've actually created that is so simple to do. When you have an empty 15 ml Thieves bottle, you can actually refill this with about 8 drops of Thieves essential oil, about 5 drops of lemon, and then a splash of witch hazel, and fill it with water. And this is actually, and you can buy the spray bottle from Amazon. Just look for a 5 or 15 ml spray bottle topper. And then we are spraying this like all over us before we go out, and on our hands, and then in our face mask if and where we have to wear them. So when you clean a surface with water and soap, the ingredients of most products will only partially wash off. When you use hand purifiers or cleaning sprays, ingredients in them will absorb into your skin. So we promise you'll feel protected like we do with these 2 products in our purses, diaper bags, backpacks, or pockets. And a fun fact, the hand purifier moisturizes, leaving hands really soft since we don't use alcohol in them. Okay, so these are the best bundles that Young Living has. This one is a Thieves kit. So if you are on Essential Rewards, it would be $118.50. And this is everything that you are getting. It's got Thieves Essential Oil Blend, so the 15 ml of that. Thieves Aroma Bar toothpaste. It has the mouthwash, 2 of the household cleaners, which is a great deal. 2 of the Thieves Foaming Hand Soap, because most people have more than one bathroom. 2 of the waterless hand purifiers. And 2 Thieves sprays as well. Those are the little ones that we showed you, the on-the-go ones. I didn't have it here, sorry. And then you would get the Essential Oil magazine as well with that bundle. Okay, and so this brings us to the end of our class. Lorianne, is this you?
Sure. So we're going to send you another, we'll get to the email part and everything, but first we just remind you that we have the WhatsApp. We have the Instagram and Facebook for you guys. All of them are great platforms to ask questions, to look to us for tips and tricks, and also to look to each other, because it's all about sharing our experiences and what's working for us.
Thanks. And then finally, just keep an eye out. We do need your emails, yes. So if you jumped on a little bit late, we ask that. Please send us your email so that we can do a raffle and then share with you. And then Lorianne, you can share what they're going to win. So there is the Thieves. We're going to give you a Thieves on-the-go spray, and you'll get one of these little Thieves booklets with it that kind of talks all about cleaning in the house and all the rest of, all the things kind of that we covered tonight. So it will tell you all about all the Thieves things. And then we covered a lot, I know, and we went over 30 minutes. I'm sorry. So we will share this recording in that email. So look out for that. And then we will send you an invitation for next week's class, which is going to be all about little ones and how we use essential oils and products for them. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts for joining us tonight. We hope it's been informative and that you learned a lot about some sad truths about harmful chemicals harmful and harsh chemicals that are found in most products. And now you know some alternatives and how easy it is to make your own stuff as well. So yeah,